Bitcoin ready for a brand new all-time high today? What we can see over here on the Bitcoin chart is that Bitcoin is still range bound as we speak, guys. What we can see is that we have range pivot number 1 over here, range pivot number 2 over here, which is the all-time high, and then we have range pivot number 3 over here, in which this turned out to be a deviation and sweep of the range low. We know that after sweep and a deviation of the range low, technically speaking, as long as the mid-range holds, right, the range high liquidity pool, the untapped, unmitigated liquidity pool should be the next objective for Bitcoin. And currently we have that unmitigated liquidity pool, which is the first reason why I'm cautiously bullish on Bitcoin. And what we can also see is that after a deviation of the mid-range, we reclaimed the mid-range and we saw a beautiful retest of the mid-range area over here. Now if we zoom into the lower time frame, we can see that after the retest of the mid-range area, right, we can see that Bitcoin was in a bit of a local downtrend because we form a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now after that retest of the mid-range, we form a higher high, shifting structure on the 1 hourly time frame, while the daily trend is still to the upside and while also the 4 hourly trend is still trending towards the upside. This to me, guys, looks pretty bullish. Guys, after the Bitcoin analysis, I will also be dropping an altcoin trading idea that is currently being developed on a very interesting altcoin, so definitely make sure to keep watching the video. So the daily trend is up, the 4 hour trend is up, and the 1 hour trend is up. We can all see, guys, that we are currently trading above this EMA cluster on the 1 hourly time frame, that we are also trading above this EMA cluster on a 2 hourly time frame, and that we are trading above the EMA cluster on a 4 hourly time frame. So you would say that basically almost everything is looking pretty bullish on Bitcoin. Now there's two potential scenarios possible if price is truly bullish. One thing is for sure, in my opinion, I don't want Bitcoin to fall beneath this low over here. I think this price is truly bullish. It shouldn't go beneath this low over here. Now there's two potential scenarios possible. What we can see is that Bitcoin has formed a potential inducement over here. Now you would say, why is this an inducement, guys? Because of this fake break of structure that we are putting in over here, and also this fake break of structure that we are putting in over here. People are trading this potential breakout over here, and they're putting their stops beneath this local low over here. Now why is this such a clean inducement? Because if we check out a 4 hourly time frame, we can see that this low, this inducement, is being formed right above this bullish hour 4 fair value gap. This is not only a bullish hour 4 fair value gap, this bullish hour 4 fair value gap is so interesting because it aligns with this previous hour 4 supply candle, offering a potential bullish unicorn setup on the 4 hourly time frame. And a little below the breaker block, guys, the previous supply that should be turning into demand, we have this high probability bullish order block on the 4 hourly time frame. Now why is this a high probability bullish order block? A bullish or bearish order block needs to check 4 requirements. The first requirement in order to be a high probability order block is that the order block needs to sweep liquidity while the order block is being formed. Checked. The second requirement is that the order block needs to initiate an impulse that shifts structure. What can we see over here? The order block initiated this impulse that shifts structure. A bullish order block needs to have a high probability bullish fair value gap aligning right above the order block on the same time frame. What can we see over here is that there is a high probability bullish fair value gap aligning exactly above that order block. And the last requirement, and definitely maybe even the most important requirement, is that the order block needs to have a valid inducement right above the order block. And what can we see? We have a valid inducement right above this high probability order block. So this is definitely a scenario. A scenario is that the price of Bitcoin is going to take out this low over here, is going to mitigate this order block and that 4 hour bullish fair value gap, and then reverse back to the upside towards a brand new all-time high for Bitcoin. This is definitely a scenario that I wouldn't rule out of the question at all. The second bullish scenario, guys, is that Bitcoin is going to keep consolidating over here, and that everyone that is waiting for that bullish fair value gap to get mitigated and the bullish order block to get mitigated is going to get left behind, and that Bitcoin price is going to continue higher from here. Now there's another reason why I think that a pretty big move is imminent, which I will show you guys on chain right now. What we are looking at over here, guys, is the on-chain data. And what can we see is that the CVD indicator, guys, has been making lower lows, while the CVD indicator has been making lower lows, which is indicating how many people are opening up longs and how many people are opening up shorts. The price has been forming indeed high lows. What does that mean? It means that even though people are shorting, the price is not continued down lower, which means that the shorts are potentially being absorbed by smart money. Now the spot CVD on the other hand is forming a higher low, so that is a bullish sign. And guys, something to realize is that in the current range that Bitcoin has been trading in since we formed that all-time high, the price has reached this level of open interest a few times. The first time it reached that level of open interest was over here. And what can we see? When it reached that open interest level, price had a significant drop. The second time, reached that open interest level, price had a significant drop. And over here, price consolidated, open interest was high, we saw a significant drop. Currently, open interest is once again reaching that level. Will we see another drop to the downside, or will this time be different and will we see an increase towards the upside? That is something that we cannot predict. We can only make sure that we get the highest probability trade possible. I think that is still to the upside currently for Bitcoin, but the open interest is definitely indicating that there's definitely a move about to happen. Guys, the altcoin chart that I'm looking at is besides Forex and commodity trading, Prime XPT has now also introduced crypto futures trading. So you can now also trade Bitcoin, Ethereum and the numerous amounts of altcoins, next to the fact that I think the Prime XPT to trade Forex and commodities with your own funds instead of trading at prop firms like Private Funded, I think Prime XPT is the best place to do so. Make sure to sign up with the link down below in the description to receive a 7% deposit bonus. Altcoin chart of AAVE. I think this is a beauty of a chart. Why is that? Guys, look at this range first of all. We have range pivot number 1, range pivot number 2, range pivot number 3, 4 and range pivot number 5, giving us a high probability range. Look at the respect of the range levels. Resistance, 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 support, support, mid-range, resistance, right? Beautiful, beautiful resistance. And then the quarterly level over here has been massive support as well, giving us a high probability range. Now what we are currently seeing is a price swept the range high, then the retest rejected the range high, beautiful range behavior, and currently we are testing the mid-range. Now why is this mid-range test so interesting, guys? Because on the daily time frame we can see that around that mid-range area is also where we have this high probability bullish fair value gap. We do not only have this high probability bullish fair value gap, we also have this high probability bullish daily order block that we are currently mitigating. Now that means that we are in a potential POI for a potential reversal. Now you might be wondering, okay Guru, but why are you not already laddering in limit long orders over here with your invalidation below the daily order block targeting that range high? Because guys, we swept the range high and we rejected the range high, which means that technically speaking, according to the range, there is a possibility that we are going to visit the range low unmitigated liquidity pool. Then you might be wondering, but Guru, why are you not shorting? Daily trend is up, 4-hour trend is up. As long as these two trends are up, shorting is illegal. That means that I keep looking for longs on AAVE, but only upon the right confirmation, which means that I need low time frame structure and that I need low time frame confirmation and a low time frame bullish sign before I engage with a long position. Now we are currently mitigating the bullish daily order block. We have an unswept previous day low over here, and I'm looking for a very easy trigger. We have the mid-range, the pivotal mid-range, guys. Look at the resistance that it was providing once, twice, and then we broke out over here. And also guys, look at the EMAs. The EMAs on the 1 hourly time frame are slowly starting to align with our area of interest. What I'm looking for on AAVE is very simple. Same goes for the 15-minute EMA, slowly starting to align. What I'm looking for on AAVE is very simple, and it's going to offer a high probability A+ setup if we get a scenario like this. I'm waiting for a sweep of the previous day low, right? A reclaim of the mid-range in confluence with a shift in structure. We need to open and close candles above this high that should bring us to a new low. Then I play the higher low around the mid-range and I target the range high liquidity pool. In this case, guys, we get a beautiful setup like this. Invalidation beneath the local low. Important is, in order to get this trigger, guys, we first need to form a new low over here. Why do we need to form a new low over here? Because by forming a fresh low, the high that brings us to that low, which is this high over here, will become significant. If this high does not bring us to a fresh low compared to this low that brought us to this high, it's not a significant high to break, so it is completely irrelevant if something like this plays out. If we do get a trigger like this, we have a perfect first target over here, which is this range high liquidity pool that already offers an RR of 3.33. But don't forget that if we break out of this potential reaccumulation range, then we should target a new yearly high, and that offers a beautiful RR of 8.53. I think this is a high probability, beautiful A+ setup according to my system, having all the triggers, having all the targets, and I think that if this scenario does play out, then I'm gonna take a high probability A+ long position on A.